Alright guys, so welcome back to yet another video, and today we're going to be doing a editing breakdown of the Java House video that I did a couple weeks ago. I will put it right there. This is not sponsored. Let's get to it. So the reason why I love doing these videos is because you could do it anywhere. I did it in my living room. I had a couple fairy lights in the background, and I had, a nice wood table, but other than that, that's everything that I really had. I had my lighting kit, obviously, and my camera. And everything was shot handheld. There was no Ronin, no stabilizers, no nothing. It's anyone can be making these B-roll sequences, and that's why I love to do them so much. Alright, so to start off, we have the first shot, and the first shot's just, a nice establishing shot right here, but then what's unique about it is when you go to the keyframes, I keyframed just a slight zoom in. And so this subtle zoom in really just kind of set the stage for the whole entire video. We knew that it was going to be a fast-paced video, and it highlighted the product at the same time. So that's, I killed two birds with one stone right there. And then we had a little whip pan right here. And so this is just a simple masking shot right here. This is what we like to call shoot to edit. I shot this knowing that I was going to mask it out. So, I had something that blocked my shot. And then after the mask, it transitions into the next shot of Natalie opening up the Keurig, and it's a slow zooming out. And so the next shot was actually a little bit trickier than the first. So you have a tilt, but then you also have a subtle zoom out of Natalie opening up the Keurig right here, and then it tilts, cross dissolves into the next shot. How to effectively pull that shot off is just make sure when you tilt, you make a semicircle in whatever direction that you're going. And so you have to make sure that it's the same color as well. So right here, we transitioned into white, and then the next shot starts with the white sweater right there. We had a nice little flare transition right there, and that really kind of added a little bit of flair, no pun intended, to the whole entire video. And to achieve that effect, it's just a simple overlay that I got from Storyblocks, also not sponsored, but if they wanted to sponsor me, that'd be awesome, thank you. To combine with the flare transition, I had a little audio effect. I think it's called a fire whoosh effect, and I really like this shot. I think the black mug really goes really well with the red Keurig, and then also with the red Keurig, you got the little fairy lights in the left-hand side of the whole entire shot. So, filling that negative space with those lights, really added a little touch to the whole entire video. So after that shot, we just had Natalie throwing up the Keurig cup right there. And like a lot of the other shots, this one had a slow zoom in and then keyframed it out to nicely transition into her throwing the cup in the air. And ideally, I really wanted to mimic a shot that Daniel Schiffer did when he throws the Keurig cup up and then the logo gets in focus. I tried probably for about 20 minutes. I'll put some outtakes right here of Natalie and I trying to toss it up.
Yeah.
The main thing that I really wanted from this whole entire thing is just to add a little flair to the whole entire video. So, something a little bit different, catches the audience's eye saying, wow, that was really cool. And then to transition nicely into the cup being thrown into the Keurig, had a nice little flare transition just like before. And that didn't take too long. It actually wasn't too hard to pull off. And then I wasn't really sure how I wanted to end the whole entire video, but I ended up with this shot right here, and just a subtle detail, I didn't tell Natalie to do this, but she painted her nails red, and that really matched with the Keurig color. So, you know, just ended with Natalie bringing the cup up and a nice flared transition into the Java House logo. Alright, so that was the first video. You know, that was a 25-second video, but it took around an hour, hour and a half to film the whole entire thing, and then editing, as you can imagine, took a little bit of time, and really just wanted to focus on the audio and then also how it looked. So the color profiles that I used, and then also the LUTs, the presets, and just really wanted to get down kind of like that really dark but yet vibrant look that Daniel Schiffer and Peter McKinnon achieves during their videos. So that's the main video that I wanted to go over, but then there's these two smaller videos that I did mainly for social media purposes, but these were actually really fun to do just because of the creative freedom that I had. When we go back into Premiere, we have two sequences. So for this one, we had someone pouring the Keurig cup into the milk. Shout out to my roommate Brian. So it goes from a wide shot to a close-up, and it looks like two different shots because it happens really fast. But as you can see on my effects controls, it's actually the same shot. I just keyframed it. I just keyframed the positioning, and then it's subtle, but it slows down a little bit more just to kind of, you know, really emphasize the coffee mixing in with the milk. And then to end, we have this really nice dynamic shot. You know, I was cleaning up and I noticed that the cup was kind of rolling around. I'm like, oh, this could be a really nice closing shot. And so I kind of, you know, pushed it from left to right and see what worked. And I was like, oh, this would go really well at the end. And then next up, this was probably the messiest, but yet the most fun.
Oh, that's gonna look cool.
Let's find out. So if we play this right here, slow motion, and then nice cross dissolve into the coffee. The only effect that I have on it is a simple cross dissolve. So yeah, those are the editing breakdowns of the 3 videos that I did for Java, and I really love making these videos just because of how creative you can be and the simplicity behind it. You know, I filmed it in my living room with just a wooden table, some fairy lights in the background, and then my lighting setup, and I think it turned out really well, and a lot better than my original coffee video that I did about a year ago. If you guys have any questions, put them down in the comment section below, but if not, I will see you guys in the next one.